Richard Jordan, Fox News. House Democrats are pressing ahead with their impeachment inquiry against President Trump, triggered by a whistleblower complaint alleging the president pressured Ukraine to dig up dirt on 2020 rival Joe Biden. Representative Hakeem Jeffries on Fox News Sunday.
This is a matter of urgent national security concern, and that is why we're compelled to act.
Republican Senator Lindsey Graham said on CBS's Face the Nation there isn't any evidence to support impeachment.
I think this whole thing is a sham. I can't believe we're talking about impeaching the president based on an accusation based on hearsay. Who is this whistleblower? What bias do they have? Why did they pick this whistleblower to tell a hearsay story? The transcript does not match the complaint.
The president denies any wrongdoing. The Saudi crown prince says he takes full responsibility for the murder of Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi, but he denies allegations that he ordered the reporter's death. Mohammed bin Salman, in an interview with 60 Minutes, called it a mistake by agents of the Saudi government. Saudi Arabia has charged 11 people in the case. 4 inmates who escaped from an Ohio jail this morning remain on the run. The Gay County Sheriff says the inmates overpowered 2 female corrections officers and stole one officer's vehicle.
At this time, I can confirm that the law enforcement authorities in the state of Pennsylvania have located the vehicle and are conducting a search for the escapees.
The U.S. Marshals are offering a reward for information of $2,500 per inmate. The Rocky Mountains region of Colorado hit by an early season snowstorm.
It looks like the snow is going to continue through much of the day on Sunday. By Sunday evening, it'll definitely be tapering off, and then quieter weather comes into the northwestern U.S., northern Rockies areas as we go into the beginning part of the week.
Meteorologist Bob Oravec from the National Weather Service, parts of western Montana, northern Idaho, and northeast Washington also received snow and high winds. America's listening to Fox News.
Safer USA, Chicago's most trusted name in firearm training, is offering beginners classes, tactical pistol and rifle, long-range rifle to 600 yards, and the most comprehensive Illinois concealed carry program available. AM 560 on-target radio co-hosts David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz will prepare you to carry a firearm for personal protection, including firearm, holster, and ammunition selection. A comprehensive law review designed to keep you out of trouble and even how to deal with home invasions. Firearm, ammunition, holster, class notebook are provided. Safer USA and the Aurora Sportsman's Club invites you to participate in this one-of-a-kind Illinois concealed carry program that also qualifies you for Florida, Utah, and Arizona non-resident permits. Find out what over 6,000 students already know at saferusa.com.
Or call 815-741-3474. That's 815-741-3474. Safer USA. Choosing to own a firearm is your business. Teaching you to own it responsibly is ours.
Tens of thousands of American retirees trust Bob Carlson's advice, but almost none believed him when he came forward with his latest bombshell, a way to collect up to 76% more on every Social Security check you get and create a lifetime monthly income stream 100% tax-free. To his readers, the idea seemed too good to be true. So Bob has made it his mission to give retirees and future retirees the full story. A retirement strategy that's fully approved by the IRS, despite less than 1% of Americans knowing enough to use it. Nobel Prize-winning economist and MIT professor Robert Merton says this strategy will become one of the key means of funding retirement in the future. So if you're concerned about having enough money in retirement, you owe it to yourself to read Bob Carlson's full briefing, The Retiree's Ultimate Secret Weapon. It's completely free. Just go to www.retirementsecretweapon.com and you'll get this blockbuster new report from America's #1 retirement expert, Bob Carlson, as soon as you log on to retirementsecretweapon.com. That's www.retirementsecretweapon.com.
Sean Thompson here, better known to you as Sean from Elmwood Park. Listen up, because this is a real deal for you. You already know how great MyPillow products are, especially the pillows. But there are other products that I'm going to tell you about that impressed me immensely. The first is the MyPillow pet bed. You know I've got the old dog, Mo. He's hanging on by a thread. I can't get him off of it, not because he's hanging on by a thread, but because he loves it. Also, I have been sleeping on the Giza sheets. I'm going to tell you something. This is the one thing my wife and I can agree on wholeheartedly. And right now, when you go to MyPillow.com and you click on the radio listener special box, put in my promo code LIBERTY, and you will enjoy deep discounts, not little discounts, deep discounts on the Giza sheets, on the dog bed, on the body pillow, all must-have items, including the original MyPillow for just $29.99. That's MyPillow.com, promo code LIBERTY. Or you can call 800-489-0201, 800-489-0201, promo code LIBERTY.
It's time for On Target Radio, Chicagoland's only radio show dedicated to the red meat issues that affect your life, from gun control to freedom of speech. Now, debating, debunking, and discussing today's hot issues. Here are your hosts, David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz.
Welcome to On Target Radio. Tonight we'll be talking about the Democrats and their obsession with impeaching Trump. Are there too many assault rifles to round up? Beto is betting you'll turn yours in. And later, Gretchen's action items. All that and more on tonight's On Target Radio. To participate, give us a call at 312-642-5600. Watch us live on YouTube, On Target Radio, or visit us on Facebook, On Target Radio, and ask a question or make a comment there.
So, this whole thing about and they're investigating Trump, the impeachment, is over a phone call.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing about this phone call is they're accusing him of doing what Biden did, right? So Biden's kid, and this just really, this blows my mind. Hunter Biden, when Biden was vice president, his son Hunter Biden was making, where is it,
I thought you said $50,000 a month.
$50,000 a month, not for a job, for sitting on a board of directors. And he was being investigated by the Russians, I think it was, or was it Ukrainians?
I don't remember.
Whichever, one or the other, for the whole thing, because they were involved. And Biden calls them on the phone, and he says, "We're cutting you off. If you don't get rid of this guy, we're cutting off the money." Now, this is exactly, well, not exactly, but it's very close to what they're accusing Trump doing. And the interesting thing about about the Trump deal is the United States can contact other countries to help them investigate things. There's no law against that. They're so, what word do I want? They're so needy to find anything that they can find.
Desperate is the word you're looking for.
Exactly. That's why you're an editor.
It is why I'm an editor.
You know.
They're just grasping at literally anything. But the best thing about this, and there's more to talk about the thing itself, but the best thing about it is Nancy Pelosi. When she says how she can look straight into a camera and say, we're initiating this action because nobody is above the law, not even the president, when that's all they do.
Right.
Everything they do is a con. They just make stuff up as they go.
The thing that's so baffling about it is, you would think they would have learned from the Russia investigation that the more you dig into something, the more it's going to point back to them. So they better be careful what they wish for. So you would think that they would remember that when they go, okay, let's do an impeachment inquiry into this phone call with Ukraine or the president of Ukraine, and it immediately points back to Biden.
You know what? They don't care how it looks, though. It does not matter to them.
It really doesn't. You're right.
They just don't care. It could, we've talked about this before. They could get up on stage and kill a baby, and their base would cheer.
Okay. Well, they do
awesome.
kill babies, so it works out real well.
I guess there's really no other explanation. I mean, than that they don't care.
Right.
It's like a badge of honor for them to do something and get caught. It really is. I mean, you just think about it. Hillary Clinton. There's no way that she knew perfectly well this. We got out of the airplane and we're under sniper fire. She knew perfectly well they were there with video. The whole thing was being videoed.
Right.
How can you possibly think you could get away with a statement like that? And yet she floated it and didn't get away with it. But they just make stuff up as they go. I mean, it's absolutely unbelievable. And then, so this, Schiff, who is the House Intelligence Committee chairman, does the opening remarks. And, okay, that's fine. He does the opening remarks, and he does it as a parody. This is a congressional hearing into impeachment of a president of the United States. He does a parody. Now, aside from the fact that it shows he's an idiot, the comment that was made is, unfortunately, today, many innocent Americans are going to turn on their TV, and the media are only going to show that section of what the chairman had to say. They're going to take that as this is what really happened. What do you put a parody in a congressional hearing for an impeachment? That's insanity.
Again, sounds like they did it on purpose to me.
Well, I think they did. I think you're absolutely right.
I think Schiff was, discussing it with his wife or whatever, and she goes, well, remember what they did to Sarah Palin?
Oh,
and
yeah.
they parodied her, and everybody thought she actually said that.
I can see Russia from here.
I could see Russia from my house.
Yeah.
Everybody thought she actually said that.
Yeah. These people are
They
just...
literally, there was somebody doing exit polls at like a polling place after that presidential election, and they were asking, do you think Sarah Palin said this? And they said yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think if you polled people right now, there's probably a high percentage of people that still think that.
I agree,
Right.
because people still talk about it. We got Brian on the phone from Hebron. I think it's Hebron. One of those. How you doing, Brian?
Hebron.
There we go.
How you doing tonight?
So far, so good.
Well, I think it's wonderful that we're finally shining a spotlight on the activities of Hunter Biden. He got kicked out of the Navy Reserve for using cocaine.
Oh, that I
He had
didn't know that.
absolutely zero experience in the oil or natural gas industries. And this Ukrainian natural gas company hires him for $600,000 a year. There's no logical explanation for this other than he was peddling influence. He could influence his father to make the right decisions for the Ukrainian government. And then Joe Biden says, look, I got $1 billion in foreign aid for you. If you don't fire this prosecutor, you're not getting your $1 billion. Son of a gun, he got fired.
It's amazing. It was coincidental, though.
Yeah, they always come up with these plausible deniability explanations like, well, that prosecutor was corrupt.
Yeah.
Well, let's hear from the other world leaders who were demanding his resignation, like Angela Merkel. Did she demand his resignation? What about the president of France or the president of Sweden or the prime minister of England? Did they demand his removal? Let's look into it.
Well, it's like in the pre-show, in the conference room, we were talking about the Clintons. Chelsea Clinton graduated from college and went to work as a journalist, wasn't it?
I
think it says a journalist for $900,000 a year. What university possibly prepares you that well that you would come out and get a $900,000 a year job? I mean, it's shameless. It's absolutely shameless. I just can't understand how they can do it.
They're peddling influence.
It is. And of course,
that's really the only logical explanation. Here we are in Chicago, the influence peddling capital of the world. And we know what's going on. You know what I mean? I live far enough away. I'm out in Hebron, Illinois. I'm about 50 miles away. I'm far enough away to not get sucked into the whirlpool of corruption in Chicago, but I'm close enough to smell the stench when the wind is right.
Well, yeah. Well, that there was a movement earlier this year about wanting to make Chicago its own state.
Oh, that's not earlier this year. That's still going on.
Is it still going on?
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't have a problem with that. I think that'd be fine. It's a shame because Chicago really is a great city. It really is a great city. And it
has the potential to be a great city.
It's gone down the toilet. It really has. When they now mug people on the Magnificent Mile, they've lost control. It's just lost control. Hey, thanks for calling, Brian. I appreciate your comments.
Thank you.
The other thing I think is that's kind of interesting is the whistleblower, and it really should be more like the maybe whistle hummer, because he can't blow a whistle. He himself says, I actually didn't hear any of this. I don't know any of this.
This isn't firsthand.
Yeah, this isn't firsthand stuff. It came from such reputable sources, and I'm not making this up, as the mainstream media. Mm-hmm. Okay? They're quoted as one of his reputable sources. No, I don't think so.
Oh, my God. Next we'll know it's coming from the internet.
Probably is. That's what I was going to say is this whistleblower's complaint is about as reliable as a Facebook meme.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what he says. He goes, In the course of my duties, I've received information from multiple U.S. government officials that the President of the United States is using the power of his office to solicit interference from a foreign country, blah, blah, blah. The whistleblower says, quote, I was not a direct witness to most of the events described, but wrote, more than half a dozen U.S. officials have informed me of various facts, and then goes on later on to say part of the way he got information was mainstream media. Well,
the Inspector General's preliminary review identified some indicia of an arguable political bias on the part of the complainant.
It's just totally crazy. And what are they going to find? At the end of the day, it turns out that it is not illegal to solicit help from another country. That's it. That's a big case.
And there was no quid pro quo.
And there was no quid pro quo. No, there was not. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, I've got a little something to say about our own friend Diana Muller. And we'll come back with that and more when we return with On Target Radio. And you're listening to AM 560. The Answer.
Did you go trick-or-treating?
Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson.
Yeah. Did you have friends back then?
No, you don't need to have friends to go trick-or-treating. What did you go as, prom queen?
I put a white sheet over. I was a ghost.
Oh,
yeah. Out the eyes.
Yeah, a ghost. Right. Now she's conceded that she went as David Duke. I don't know what her future here is at AM 560, so we'll have to see how that plays out.
Start your day with Chicago's Morning Answer. Weekday mornings starting at 5 on AM 560. The Answer.
Do you like your gun range bag? There's a really cool local company here in Chicagoland that makes the finest range bags anywhere. And these quality range bags are so inexpensive that I bet you won't hesitate to buy one. The Hackett range bags from Hackett Equipment have it all. There are compartmentalized pouches that hold 2 or 4 pistols, ammo, mags, and even targets. Basically everything you need for a day at the range in a stealth design that doesn't resemble a range bag. Nobody will know you're carrying firearms. Additionally, they're super heavy duty and will last a lifetime because Hackett bags are 30% heavier than typical range bags. And the price is unreal. The large pack is under $100 and the small one under $80. But if you visit gunrangebags.com and use the promo code AM560, you'll save an additional 10%. Hackett Equipment bags really are range bags that can hack it. That's gunrangebags.com, promo code AM560. Gunrangebags.com. Do it now.
Did you miss the open enrollment this year? I can help you purchase a PPO health insurance plan at any time that eliminates the mandatory maternity coverage. This is Tom Marabali, your health insurance advocate and independent producer for Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois and other carriers. If you're over 50 and are covered by the Affordable Care Act, you're paying for maternity coverage every month whether you want it or not. In Chicago, the least expensive PPO health insurance plan under the ACA will cost $572 per month with a total out-of-pocket cost of $7,900 before your bills are paid at 100%. I can show you how to eliminate the mandatory maternity coverage and lower your monthly premium to $278 per month with a total out-of-pocket cost of $2,500 before your bills are paid at 100%. That's a savings of $294 a month and over $5,000 with my lower deductible. For a free quote and to see if you qualify, call me, Tom Marabali, at 630-863-3477. That's 630-863-3477.
Balance of Nature. Changing the world, one life at a time.
Scientific research has shown that many cancers and lifestyle diseases can be prevented with a diet rich in fruits and vegetables. This prevention comes from the phytochemicals in the plants. They fight against oxidants that damage the cell's DNA, causing mutations that lead to disease. In my lab, I've seen the immune response increase, I've seen your DNA repair capacity increase, and I've seen DNA protection. As a scientist, I know that Balance of Nature works.
Experience the Balance of Nature difference for yourself. To end the month of September, Balance of Nature is offering a 30% discount and free shipping on your first preferred order of Balance of Nature. This special is ending between now and September 30th, so don't wait. Call 800-2468-751. That's 800-2468-751. Or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code CHICAGO.
You're listening to On Target Radio on AM 560, The Answer, with David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz. Here's David and Gretchen with more interesting conversation on gun control, concealed carry, freedom of speech, and other red meat issues that affect your life. To participate, call the studio at 312-642-5600.
So I ran into Diana Muller at the Gun Rights Policy Conference. I think I told you, she said to say hi to you.
No, you did not tell me that.
I did not?
You did not.
Diana Muller said to say hi to you. And she said she wants us back to teach the seminar again.
You did tell me that part.
Yeah, in Orlando. Well, it's not Orlando, whatever it is, but
it's like an hour away from Orlando.
Probably March, whatever. So we're going to go back and teach that again. But Diana Muller always is a pleasant surprise. You know, she was a cop for 22 years, Tulsa, and she's a very good ranked shooter. She's a sponsored 3-gunner. She's very good at it. She is not short of opinion.
No.
So she was testifying at a congressional hearing, and may have become famous for what she said. She's the woman that started the D.C. project, where there's one woman from every state, and they all got together in D.C. So she's testifying, and it is I love this subcommittee. The committee is the Protecting America from Assault Weapon Committee.
Well, aren't they talking about like a specific piece of legislation that they're trying to pass?
It's what they want to, yeah.
Yeah.
And she says, you know, don't legislate 150 million people just like me into being criminals. It's happened. You've already done it, referring to the ban on bump stocks. She said, I was a bump stock owner, and I had to make a decision. Do I become a felon or do I comply? She candidly did not say anything beyond that as to whether or not she complied or not. But then she said, I will not comply if the administration were to pass an assault-style weapon ban. I'm going to tell you something. Diana Muller is not the only person that's saying that.
Well, yeah, I basically don't know anybody who's saying that they will comply.
Yeah.
So what's an assault-style weapon, right? I don't like that we're expanding the definition of assault weapon into style and, you know, lookalikes and things like that.
Well,
now.
There's never been a definition.
Right.
Right, but
well,
assault style is, to me, expanding the already gray area.
There sort of has been. The Blair Holt assault weapon ban lists specific items. But every one of them, let me say it the other way, none of them have anything to do with the lethality of the firearm.
Sure.
You know, it's an expandable stock, it's a grip, it's this, that. None of that has to do with making the gun more dangerous.
It's cosmetic.
It's strictly cosmetic, yeah. We do have Mike. Somebody has taken umbrage with the comment that I made. And we have Mike on the line from the north side. And Mike says the city of Chicago is not that great. And Mike, I take umbrage at that, but I'll give you your 15 seconds of ability to nail me to the wall. Go ahead.
Okay, you and another caller were saying Chicago's corrupt. Chicago is not corrupt. It's working the way it was set up. It was set up for the people in charge to steal. And if you want to learn about it, there's a book, Captive City, Chicago in Chains, by Ovid Damaris. It's out of print, but you can order it used. And it shows how the Chicago outfit used political clout to reward its sons and its nephews, and that's where the Democratic machine learned it from, and they exported it to the Clinton administration and to the Obama administration. And another thing you have to know is the machine can't do this by themselves. The reason the city's so corrupt is they are protected by the media that gets favors and by the FBI. Now, I've been a whistleblower against the city. I've worked there 30 years. And the FBI, an FBI agent actually looked me in the eye and asked if I had any signed affidavits or sworn confessions. I said, I'm a construction laborer. I don't have subpoena power. I can't lock someone up in the MCC downtown overnight to get him to talk. That's your job.
Yeah. Well, Mike, I grew up in River Forest. My neighbor was Tony Accardo, and his son was older than I was, but a lot of the sons, I can't think of his last name all of a sudden, but a lot of the guys who were running the outfit in those days, I went to school with their sons and daughters. So I get that completely. My uncle was a Democratic machine attorney. In fact, he got me into the University of Illinois through political pull. We had a mob historian on this show several years ago who made the observation Chicago ran better when the mob ran it, which basically it did.
I'll give you the perfect example. When Tony Accardo's two son-in-laws ran the labor union, Local 1001, and when one of Alderman Rohde's No. The labor's union.
Oh,
the
okay,
labor's for the
okay.
city.
Yeah.
When they ran that union along with Alderman Rohde's nephews, nobody stole from our pension. Our pension was funded at 126%. As soon as they were forced out by the FBI supposedly looking for corruption, and the Bridgeport contingent of the Southside Irish took over our pension funds,
Yeah.
then they went down the toilet.
Yeah. Well, I've never been a mob apologizer, but they had rules, and there wasn't really no appeal process. You either did it the way they decided it was going to be done, or you didn't do anything else. And it did. Chicago. Look, I was never a big fan of the dailies, either one of them. I was not a big fan of them. But I got to say something for both of them. There was no crime in the Magnificent Mile. There was no real crime in Lincoln Park and the North Side. And now they've lost it. They're mugging people coming out of the Four Seasons Hotel, for God's sake.
That's because they can't prosecute criminals anymore. The Democratic Party worships criminals, and it hates law and order.
Yeah, I think you're right. The marching orders under Anita Alvarez with Tom Dart, and I don't know that they're different now, but the marching orders were, if you stop somebody and they're carrying a gun, just arrest them. It doesn't matter if it's legal. Just arrest them. Because they're just harassing people, just so that you won't go into Cook County with a firearm. I mean,
another thing, I don't know if you know this about Anita Alvarez, excuse me, but under her and all her predecessors, if the cops stopped the car and there was an illegal gun, everybody got arrested in the car for it. Now, under this Kim Fox, if a car gets stopped and there's a gun and nobody admits ownership, nobody gets arrested.
Oh, that works well. We used to, every once in a while, you'd pull somebody over and there'd be a gun. And you'd say to the guy, is this your gun? No, it's not my gun, man. I go, no. Is this your car? Oh, yeah. But it's not your gun. No. Whose gun is it? Well, I loaned my car to my cousin last night. It's his gun. Who's your cousin? What's his name? I don't know. I mean, it's
Right.
it's a joke. It's just a joke.
They don't even arrest people. That's why the feds had it step in for carjacking. This is a stolen car. Oh, a friend loaded to me. What's your friend's name? I don't remember.
That's right. These people have very short memories. They really do.
It's a funny name.
Huh?
I don't remember.
I don't remember. Is it first name I or is it last name?
The person's responsible for a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah. But here's the thing, Mike. I wasn't talking about the government when I said that. Chicago. They have one of the world's top symphonies. They got phenomenal theater. They got the art museum. They got the waterfront. Just the skyline is gorgeous. I mean, Chicago's got a lot of stuff. New York does too, but New York's got attitude, like serious bad attitude.
Okay. Now, you mentioned the lakefront. All those things we have until the machine takes them away. If you look at page 16 of today's Sun-Times, they talk about the CEO of Navy Pier resigning. The city does not own Navy Pier anymore. Daley's last weeks in office, the city signed it over to a private foundation.
Really? I didn't know
we have to subsidize them. And the private foundation is run by the Daley family. And when the Sun-Times tried to FOIA requests, the Attorney General, Lisa Madigan, says, no, you can't have that information.
Isn't that interesting? I didn't know that. I know they sold the parking contract, which I thought was pretty stupid to do. Well, you know what, Mike? I think they're so cash strapped because they're so extravagant in what they do that they're selling anything they can to make money just to do more stuff. I don't know.
No, they wait. No, they want you to think that when they sold the parking garages, they structured the contract in such a way, they put an illegal clause in there that the city would not authorize or zone for or license any other public parking garages within 2 miles, which is illegal. Then when the city lets someone north of the river open up a parking garage, the company that bought the underground parking lots, sued the city, and the city, without even going to court, offered to pay him $72 million, of which the company's lawyer, Michael Daley, Richie's brother, got a piece of that.
Well, we got to take a break, and I appreciate you calling. Go to the symphony. I like it anyway. We got to take a break again. When we come back, we raise the question, could they really come and collect your assault weapons, as they want to call them. So we're going to talk about that and more when we return with more on Target Radio. And you're listening to AM 560, The Answer.
Tickets for Freedom Summit 2019 sold out in record time in response to the high demand. We've opened up an overflow room for attendees to watch the event on Saturday, November 2nd at the Westin Chicago Northwest. Overflow tickets are on sale now, but are selling fast. Get yours at freedomsummitchicago.com. That's freedomsummitchicago.com. Sponsored in part by Clear Financial Strategies, Tom Mirabali, independent health insurance agent with Blue Cross and Blue Shield, Monarch Technical, and by Charles Equipment Energy Systems.
Fox News, I'm Jessica Stone. The impeachment inquiry is not about politics, but patriotism, says House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. President Trump's attorney, Rudy Giuliani, saying he won't cooperate without permission from the president. He says the State Department knew he was talking to Ukraine about investigating Joe Biden's son, Hunter.
Mr. Volker did, and then Mr. Sondland did. But when I talked to the secretary last week, he said he was aware of it.
Giuliani on CBS's Face the Nation, and Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman also on CBS accepting, quote, full responsibility for the murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi, telling journalists he did not order the killing. And police are searching for 4 inmates who escaped from a county jail in Ohio.
4 male inmates overpowered 2 female corrections officers with a homemade weapon.
That was Sheriff Matt Champlin. America is listening to Fox News.
Hard drives fail. Viruses destroy data. Having a copy of your work, photographs, financial records, and other important files is one step in a thorough backup plan. Geekometrics offers a secure online solution by placing a copy of your data off-site where it's safe from theft, fire, and unauthorized access. Losing photos and financial information is devastating. Geekometrics' secure online backup solution is a reliable way to back up important files. The most common reasons for not backing up are uncertainty about what needs to be backed up and how to do it reliably. Geekometrics provides a full-service managed solution with no storage limit. Geekometrics does all of the setup, configuring, testing, and monitoring. Your data is even safe when you travel with your Mac or PC laptop. Call 630-759-9283 to talk to a specialist who can help you keep your data safe. 630-759-9283. Geekometrics, helping you keep your data safe.
Safer USA, Chicago's most trusted name in firearm training, is offering beginners classes, tactical pistol and rifle, long-range rifle to 600 yards, and the most comprehensive Illinois concealed carry program available. AM 560 On Target Radio co-hosts David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz will prepare you to carry a firearm for personal protection, including firearm, holster, and ammunition selection. A comprehensive law review designed to keep you out of trouble and even how to deal with home invasion. Firearm, ammunition, holster, class notebook are provided. Safer USA and the Aurora Sportsman's Club invites you to participate in this one-of-a-kind Illinois concealed carry program that also qualifies you for Florida, Utah, and Arizona non-resident permits. Find out what over 6,000 students already know at saferusa.com.
Or call 815-741-3474. That's 815-741-3474. Safer USA. Choosing to own a firearm is your business. Teaching you to own it responsibly is ours.
The following statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. Amber in trials tested mild to moderate symptoms. Testimonial is based on 90 days of use. Results may vary. IRI US MULO, 52 weeks by UPC.
Hi, I'm Mary Lou Retton, and I want to talk to you about something I haven't liked to talk about until now, my menopause. All my life, I've had energy to win gold in '84. But when menopause hit me, with the hot flashes and the night sweats, I began to feel sluggish every day. That all changed when I discovered Amberen.
Amberen safely relieves 12 menopause symptoms by helping to restore your hormonal balance. Amberen is 100% drug-free, estrogen-free, and clinically tested. Amberen is America's #1 menopause relief supplement.
Thanks to Amberen, my fear of hot flashes is gone. My sheets aren't soaked every night, and my energy is back. Give Amberen a try and see what it can do for you. It works. It really works.
Hurry to your Walmart, Walgreens, Target, and other fine retailers nationwide and get Amberen today.
Hi, it's Amy Jacobson. You know, our listeners helped build MyPillow into the amazing company that it is today.
And now MyPillow is giving back to our listeners. You can get deep discounts on all MyPillow products by going to MyPillow.com and clicking on the Radio Listener Specials box. I love these pillows, and you know you will too. So receive huge discounts on my pillows, mattress toppers, my favorite, the Giza sheets, and more. For example, the body pillow that provides the perfect comfort and support for your entire body is regularly $89.99, but with the promo code Amy, it's only $29.99. All products come with a 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty. Go to MyPillow.com and click on the Radio Listener Specials box and get deep discounts on all products, including My Pillows for only $29.99. You'll get 30% off mattress toppers and deep discounts on Giza cotton sheets. That's MyPillow.com. Click the Radio Specials box and enter promo code Amy or call 800-489-0201. That's MyPillow.com. Promo code Amy.
We now return to On Target Radio on AM 560, The Answer. If you have a question or an opinion, share it with us at 312-642-5600. And now, debating, debunking, and discussing today's hot issues. Here are your hosts, David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz.
Hell yes, we're going to take your AR-15, your AK-47. You know, I'm glad, actually, that Beto came out with that because Beto, whatever he is, a grown-up
Mr. Roboto.
Picking a silly, anyway. How many years have we said they're after the guns? And how many years have people like Obama said, we don't want your guns, we just want common sense? He came out and said, at least you give him credit for coming out and saying what he really believes.
Yeah, I'm going to skip ahead to this article. Jim Sciascia in the Journal Standard said, in the political world, sensationalism always rings a bell, and Robert rang the bell.
And Robert rang the bell, that's right. But he's honest. I mean, I don't like the guy, but you got to give him credit for he came out and said what he really thinks, and everybody else dances around it. But they're thinking the same thing.
I don't give him credit. I think that, to be honest with you, I think Beto's a little bit ADHD, and I think that, maybe despite his best intentions to keep it hidden, just like all the other Democrats, he couldn't contain him. He's like a child who just learned a new word, and they've got to jump up or a new fact or something, and they're jumping up and down telling everybody,
Either that or he's taking a page from the Trump playbook, just kind of say whatever you want.
And see what happens.
Well, it works for Trump, but I don't know if it's going to work.
Yeah, I don't think
it's
it's going to work for
Probably
Beto.
not going to work the same way.
He's not the Teflon Don, so.
No, that's for sure. So his proposal is that there would be a buyback.
Yep.
A government buyback. Well, first of all, a government can't buy back anything that they didn't own to begin with. So that's not right. There's an estimated 16 million AR-type firearms in circulation. And about half of them, they figure, this comes from National Shooting Sports Foundation, they figure about half of them are owned by current or former members of the military or law enforcement. Awful lot of us. If you look at the club, awful lot of guys are military or law enforcement.
Yeah.
But the question becomes this, 16 million. If they did a buyback, if they could get away with it,
right.
First of all, how much would it cost?
Well, a conservative price of $750 per, which, could either be up or down depending on accessories or things, or if they're going to buy back for that. But if you're thinking 750, it's going to be $12 billion.
Just what our budget needs. Well,
Right.
we could, what, maybe Illinois could pick up the tab. 40 billion,
I think so.
52 billion. What's
we could
the
handle
difference?
that.
Yeah.
Chicago could foot that.
Pritzker will come up with some new taxes to pay for it.
And then there's a serious question. 16 million rifles. Where exactly are you going to do this? What are you going to do with them? Just the logistics.
It'll be like Nazi Germany, just steamroll them or do whatever.
I was going to say, have you seen the video? I think it's in Japan or someplace where they've got the giant grinding machine. They throw a couch in and it eats it.
That's you can get lost in that YouTube video for a while.
That's as soon as they throw the couch in, I'm like, I'm out.
I've seen them throw cars in, engine blocks, transmissions. It's pretty cool.
But yeah, I'm guessing that's what they do with it.
The interesting thing about this, just to show you how stupid these people can be, he's speaking publicly, right? And he makes the announcement. He says, who can you trust to own these firearms? And he says the police, the military, and other agents of the state should be allowed to own these guns. Do Do you know where he made that announcement?
No.
Are you ready for this?
Oh, yeah.
Kent State. He goes to Kent State, where back in the 70s, in 1970, the National Guard killed 4 students who were demonstrating. They were doing nothing more than demonstrating legally.
I did see this. Yeah.
And they had loaded weapons on a college campus, and somebody fired a first shot. Not the kids.
Yeah.
One of the
National
guardsmen,
Guard, yeah.
and it set them off. They started shooting, and they killed 4 students who were doing nothing but protesting. Now, I didn't agree with their protest, but you don't kill people for that.
Oh, they have the right to do it.
Exactly.
Right, absolutely.
And he, of all the places in the United States of America that he could make this proclamation, he goes to the one place where it would be the most sore scab you could possibly come up with. He goes to Kent State and said, only the government can be trusted in the military with weapons. And these people are going like, what the...
It just shows how out of touch they are and how much they want to sensationalize everything.
It is. I mean, it's just, well, we know they either don't care about history or they don't even study it because they just, Jefferson Davis. I mean, look at the people who they excoriate. People in the Civil War who actually didn't want a civil war and who actually worked hard to reunite the country, tear their statue down because they're Confederates. I mean, they have no concept of history whatsoever.
Well, it's like, 1984, right? We just change, we take out what we want, what we don't want from history because, obviously they don't have a concept of it or they do have a concept of it and they want to change it.
They co-opted the language. They take words that used to mean one thing and turn them into something else.
Yeah, like boy and girl.
What number are we up to now, by the way? Does anybody know what we're
I don't know.
60-something, I think? Or
We're at 2, which is exactly where we belong.
I think we passed 60-something a long
Did
time
we really?
ago. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Anyway, we've got to take another break. When we come back, we're going to talk about something. I don't know what. I don't care. We'll talk about something. Maybe we'll get another phone call. It'll be fun. And we're going to talk about all of that nothingness and more when we return with On Target Radio. And you're listening to AM 560.
The Answer.
Hard drives fail. Viruses destroy data. Having a copy of your work, photographs, financial records, and other important files is one step in a thorough backup plan. Geometrics offers a secure online solution by placing a copy of your data off-site where it's safe from theft, fire, and unauthorized access. Losing photos and financial information is devastating. Geometrics' secure online backup solution is a reliable way to back up important files. The most common reasons for not backing up are uncertainty about what needs to be backed up and how to do it reliably. Geometrics provides a full-service managed solution with no storage limit. Geometrics does all of the setup, configuring, testing, and monitoring. Your data is even safe when you travel with your Mac or PC laptop. Call 630-759-9283 to talk to a specialist who can help you keep your data safe. 630-759-9283. Geometrics, helping you keep your data safe.
Did you miss the open enrollment this year? I can help you purchase a PPO health insurance plan at any time that eliminates the mandatory maternity coverage. This is Tom Marabali, your health insurance advocate and independent producer for Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois and other carriers. If you're over 50 and are covered by the Affordable Care Act, you're paying for maternity coverage every month whether you want it or not. In Chicago, the least expensive PPO health insurance plan under the ACA will cost $572 per month with a total out-of-pocket cost of $7,900 before your bills are paid at 100%. I can show you how to eliminate the mandatory maternity coverage and lower your monthly premium to $278 per month with a total out-of-pocket cost of $2,500 before your bills are paid at 100%. That's a savings of $294 a month and over $5,000 with my lower deductible. For a free quote and to see if you qualify, call me, Tom Marabali, at 630-863-3477. That's 630-863-3477.
Balance of nature, changing the world one life at a time.
The first thing I noticed was clarity of mind. Like I would wake up and I would feel alert, not groggy. But then as time went on, I noticed I was getting, I just wasn't getting sick. People at work were getting sick. My husband would get sick and I would not get sick. I have not been sick one day. So then my husband started them. So He loves it. I think everybody needs to take them.
Experience the Balance of Nature difference for yourself. To end the month of September, Balance of Nature is offering a 30% discount and free shipping on your first preferred order of Balance of Nature. This special is ending between now and September 30th, so don't wait. Call 800-2468-751. That's 800-2468-751. Or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code CHICAGO.
Now return to On Target on AM 560. The Answer. If you have a question or opinion, the studio line is 312-642-5600. Now, here's your host, firearm expert and educator, David Lombardo.
So, as typical liberalism, they've now come up, House Democrats have come up with yet, the impeachment is insufficient. They have to beat that.
Well, because they know it's not going to work.
Exactly. So they've come up with an idea. They want to start looking at the tax-exempt status of quote-unquote hate groups.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Which includes the Family Research Council, Center for Security Policy, and the Alliance of Defending Freedom, all of which are bona fide hate groups to liberals.
According to the Southern Poverty Law Center.
Exactly. Our favorite.
Our favorite.
Friends.
We did an expose on them about a year ago.
If you think about it, if you recall, they have never been able to field a program that sustained itself. When Al Gore had a radio program, they had several radio shows. It never held its own, kind of like us. But anyway, it never sustained itself. And so their answer to that was they wanted to pass a law that said if there was a conservative show, there had to be a liberal show, and somebody else had to pay for it.
Right.
Okay. And here we go again. Okay. These people are causing us trouble. We got to take away the tax exempt status.
Well, it's kind of like weaponizing the IRS, like Obama.
Exactly.
did.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, so there's a lot of liberal shows out there. I mean, who's paying for our conservative show?
Well, no, I'm not. But but you're right. I mean, the shows that do have success, like Bill Maher, have a sort of wry sense of humor to them. I mean, we may not like it, but there's an entertainment value to it. You compare a Bill Maher to who's the guy who did Me and Chrysler, Iacocca, big fat guy from Detroit.
Random words. I don't know.
You're talking to two people who were born in the 70s.
No, this is Roger and Me. He was the original film he did, documentary.
Someone else.
Oh, you're talking about
what? You keep cutting.
Don't know. I don't know.
Michael Moore.
Michael Moore, yes.
Oh.
So you look at Michael Moore and compare him to what's his face? I just said. You have to throw me when you try three times.
Bill Maher.
Bill Maher. I don't agree with Bill Maher, but he's an entertainer. He's flamboyant. He does all kinds of stuff, and he has a big audience. He's basically saying the stuff that the other guy says, but the other guy is crap. I mean, he's got no sense of humor. He has no value. So Bill Maher's show gets sponsors. Most liberal shows don't get sponsors because they. Can I say?
Go ahead and try.
That's what they do. Okay.
Oh yeah, you could say that.
Can I say that?
No,
they
you
suck.
can't.
Okay. Well, George is nodding his head. So
yeah, you could say that.
I'm assuming he's nodding his head.
And our light bulb is fixed on our delay dump light.
Oh,
so
good. Yeah.
that is awesome.
so-
Thank you, George. Now I can tell if we've been dumped or not. So cool.
Okay, that was a quick one down the tubes. What about the deal about you? I think you looked into licensing gun owners,
Oh yeah.
which I thought that sounded kind of screwed up. But
You've got a couple of articles here. So apparently, I don't know. I think maybe I can't tell if the Mercury is a liberal rag or if it's more in the middle of the road. But
given the fact that we haven't heard of it, it probably is.
Well, given the fact that there's random capitalization of words throughout,
yeah,
I mean,
it's probably
not
a
too
liberal
great.
rag. So anyway, I guess somebody named Tom Hartman wrote a book called The Hidden History of Guns and the Second Amendment, and then a dude in the Mercury wrote a review of it. Okay, is that confusing enough? And he had two suggestions that would, quote unquote, solve most of America's gun violence problem: licensing gun owners and registering guns. Okay, so nothing really new there. The writer of this commentary is I think he starts out being sarcastic, but it's really hard to tell that he's being sarcastic until you get really deep into it. He says, I think this is an excellent idea, and here's why. So he gives several comparisons between licensing drivers and registering cars, and compares that to licensing gun owners and registering guns. He's saying that, I think what he's trying to say is that for liberals, there would be unintended consequences of doing so. And he's number 2 is a state-issued driver's license gives me the right to drive on public roads in every state. So a state-issued firearms license would give me the right to carry in every state on public property. So he's making several crazy assertions about what actually happened. But then he says, at first glance, registering guns and owners like cars and drivers looks good. But they don't really answer the question, how would adding law-abiding names to a list stop criminal activity or make us safer? The answer is no matter how good it sounds, when the words first pass our ears, registering honest gun owners doesn't stop criminals. And then he talks about doing that, actually executing registration would be very expensive. Do you know what it takes to run a database that big? 700 employees with permanent jobs, which would be about a $25 million plus payroll.
Or in the case of Illinois, like 2 employees.
For $25 million.
Yeah. Yeah. Same amount of money, but only a few employees. And he says, how many criminals will register when all is said and done? That's right, none. Everyone knows that. The Supreme Court even said it. In Haynes versus U.S. in 1968, concluded that felons who have guns cannot be compelled to register them because that would violate their Fifth Amendment rights against self-incrimination.
Right.
All that time, money and time invested on tracking would be just to track the innocent.
Well, the Democrats, those Democrats who would like to be elected or reelected, are backpedaling quick on this confiscating gun stuff because it's looking like an anchor. But we'll see how that plays out. Anyway, we got to take another break. When we come back, we're going to do Gretchen's action items. All that and more when we return with On Target Radio. And you're listening to AM 560, The Answer.
Hi, this is Amy Jacobson to talk about my incredible experience with Online Trading Academy. I signed up for my own free class, and you can too. You'll be introduced to skills to take control of your financial future. You'll learn the right moves to make when the economy turns and how to spend less time worrying about life and more time living it. You know, no one else will ever care about your financial future as much as you do. It's time for you to start learning how to invest in you. Seats are limited. Just call 844-778-7132 to attend and get 2 free passes to their next class so you can check this all out. And if you call right now, they will send you home with their Professionals Insider Kit. It's loaded with exclusive investing courses and some of their best lessons from the pros. This is a limited opportunity and seats go quickly, so call 844-778-7132. That's 844-778-7132, or visit them online at otaclass.com, otaclass.com.
This is Sean Thompson, known to you as Sean from Elmwood Park. I'm going to be telling you about a great product I was introduced to, MyPillow products. MyPillow products provide the perfect comfort and support for your whole body. These products are the one thing my wife and I can agree on, from the Giza sheets to the body pillow. Normally, they're $89 for the whole body pillow. If you enter my promo code LIBERTY, you get it for $29.99. Are you kidding me? That's a deal. Product comes with 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty. I am telling you something, these products are fantastic. Go to MyPillow.com. Click on the radio listener special box. You use my promo code LIBERTY. You will receive deep discounts on everything, including the original MyPillow for only $29.99. That's 30% off. Go to MyPillow.com. Click on the radio listener special box, promo code LIBERTY, or call 800-489-0201. That's 800-489-0201, promo code LIBERTY.
You're listening to On Target Radio on AM 560, The Answer, with David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz. Here's David and Gretchen with more interesting conversation on gun control, concealed carry, freedom of speech, and other red meat issues that affect your life. Stand by. Here's Gretchen with your action items for the week.
From the Illinois State Rifle Association, we have several court cases slowly moving through the courts. The gun dealer licensing certification case has been delayed because the original judge recused herself, and a new judge has been appointed. We are waiting for our new hearing date. The Vivian Brown FOID card case was heard by the Illinois Supreme Court a couple weeks ago on Tuesday. I do not know when we will hear anything. The White case will have a preliminary hearing on September 17th. We will let you know when oral arguments are scheduled. The White case deals with the failure of the state of Illinois to issue an Illinois concealed carry license to a person who has a FOID card and no criminal record. The Wilson et al. Versus Cook County et al. Case will be appealed with the United States Supreme Court. We have a lot of cases going on at this time. The ISRA is fighting for you. If you are not a member, join now. If you are a member, please support the ISRA by attending the 6th Annual Constitutional Rights Fundraiser for the Illinois State Rifle Association on Monday, October 14th from 6 to 9 p.m. at Ruby Agave Latin Kitchen in Homer Glen. Your $35 donation includes yummy Latin food from Ruby Agave and soft drinks. The following Safer USA classes are at our facility in Waterman. Sunday, October 6th, Long Range Rifle, taught by Ed Janka. Saturday, October 12th, Illinois Concealed Carry Renewal Class, taught by David. To sign up for classes, go to saferusa.com and click on Register.
So we got a lot of stuff coming up this week, don't we?
Yeah, well, it's mostly my political stuff.
Yeah, but I mean,
I have political stuff Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
It's a busy week.
Yeah, it's
well, when you decide to go for something and you have to get 1,200 petition signatures, every week is a busy week.
I could see that being
yeah,
keeping you busy for a little while there.
At least one of them is going to have free food. That's a good thing.
Yeah, well, two of them will, but the other one's just appetizers.
Yeah, well, appetizers.
Well, if you're like people at Costco, you can turn appetizers
I was
into a
gonna
meal.
say, if you're David, appetizers is a full meal.
Yeah, and is it this week, my cigar group? No, next week.
No, it's next week.
Next week, yeah. Where we solve all the problems of Will County and the United States in general.
And then you can't remember the next day.
Well, there's nothing like a good cigar, and we're all smoking cigars. And then invariably someone tends to bring a libation of some sort, usually a single malt, and it drags on.
It would have to be a single malt.
Yeah, and so, yeah, sometimes you don't remember the next day.
Well, I mean, because if you're solving all the problems, we shouldn't have any problems then. But obviously, your memory is wiped clean the next day.
with the single malt. But it's the nicest thing about that is I'm not the oldest person in the room.
Oh, that would be good for you.
That is.
Are you the second oldest?
That makes you
feel. Second. Yeah,
that makes you feel like really, really warm and fuzzy.
Hugh is definitely older than I am.
You have to start recruiting an older person just in case.
Exactly, a backup. Yeah.
Well, that's funny because Hugh is like best friends with Jim, and
Yeah.
Jim's younger than you.
But yes, he is, but not by much. No, he's not that much.
We went to his 70th birthday party the other day.
Yeah. Well, that's not that much. Well, it is to you
Well,
young people.
when you're as old as you are, to me it is.
Isn't it time to go home?
Anyway, we'd like to thank you for listening to On Target Radio.
We'd also like to thank George Hoffman on the board. Learn how you can be a sponsor partner for a lot less than you think. Call 815-741-3474 for details.
And be sure to listen next week when we'll be covering more red meat issues that affect your life. For On Target Radio, I'm Eric Allen.
It's time to stand with Israel. Consider the lifelong impact of joining nationally syndicated media host Dennis Prager and Mike Gallagher, along with AM 560 The Answer, on the Stand with Israel tour. This December 2nd through 11th. More than a vacation, this journey will guide you through centuries of faith and culture as you visit iconic places right out of Scripture. Along the way, your host will broadcast on-site while you watch and participate. Together with like-minded travelers, you'll see over 40 iconic sites during the 10-day tour, where you can pray at the Western Wall in Old City Jerusalem, float in the Dead Sea, and take a boat out onto the waters of the Sea of Galilee. Have you ever wanted to walk inside the Garden Tomb? Register today for the Stand with Israel tour this December 2nd through 11th. Just visit 560theanswer.com, keyword Israel. That's 560theanswer.com, keyword Israel.
It's news, opinion, insight.